all of you, welcome. I am Durgesh Kumar Pandey. I am taking the class of Political Science in class 11 and your topic is Fundamental Rights and Duties. Students, in this class I am give you some information about rights. You know, rights are the claims, and what is the difference between fundamental rights and rights? Fundamental rights are so important that are separately listed in the our Indian Constitution, and Supreme Court and High Court are the protector of fundamental right if anyone is violated the fundamental rights of any citizen. Students, ordinary rights are protected by ordinary law, but fundamental rights are protected by our Supreme Court. So, fundamental rights are the very important rights. You know, what are these fundamental rights? You know, first, right to equality. Right to equality. This is the basic fundamental rights because it provides equality among all. Everyone is equal before the law. There is no discrimination among the people on the basis of gender, on the basis of caste, on the basis of religion, on the basis of language, or on the basis of birthplace. There is no discrimination among the people. And class, you know, in your book, according to NCERT book, there is a Article 16(4). What say Article 16(4)? It is saying that if a government make a plan for a reservation to any backward community in their state, so this thing is not going against the spirit of equal opportunity. Okay? Article 16 is saying equal opportunity, अवसर की समानता. If a state is making a reservation in their state for the backwards community, so this work is not going the spirit of equality, the spirit of the equal opportunity. And this article will not prevent the government to make such a law to prepare the reservation for their states. Okay, class? Class, one more thing. You know about Article 17. Article 17 is saying untouchability is a punishable offense. You know what do you mean by untouchability? It means any behavior of a person with another person, if other person feel their dignity is hurt by the work of another person, it means this is the untouchability. It means people are treated different person differently. Okay, you are making in your book so many stories. Suppose one man is going on the shop and the shopkeeper. Suppose two friends are going in the shop and the shopkeeper asks the name, and you know why shopkeeper asks them to know their title. And after this, if a shopkeeper give one cup of tea with one person, and to another person the shopkeeper give a cup of tea on earthen cap. Hmm? Means two different people according to their caste, the shopkeeper serve the cup of tea in different type of cup. One which is in upper caste, so shopkeeper provide them good cup, and for if shopkeeper feel this is a lower caste, so shopkeeper provide earthen cap, means मिट्टी के घड़े में दिए. So this is untouchability. Okay, untouchability is a very broad word. If one group or one community discriminate to another, this is also untouchability. So Article 17 is saying untouchability is a punishable offence. Similarly, Article 18 is also explained about equality. It abolishes all the title except only in the field of academic and military. Okay, class. Now come on the second fundamental rights, like right to freedom. Right to freedom. You know, students, right to freedom in our constitution, Article 71, according to your NCERT book of class 11, Article 21. This is a protection of right to life and personal liberty. Okay, Article 21 is a protection of right to life and personal liberty. This article protects the life of a person and their personal liberty. It means no one can take the life of a person except the procedure led by law. Means कोई भी व्यक्ति किसी व्यक्ति के लाइफ को नहीं ले सकता, कोई व्यक्ति किसी की व्यक्तिगत स्वतंत्रता को नहीं छीन सकता, केवल जो हमारी विधि के द्वारा स्थापित प्रक्रिया है उसको छोड़ करके. तो आर्टिकल 21 सेइंग no one can take the right to life and liberty of any person except the procedure led by law. Okay, class? And you know about Article 19 is saying, Article 19 provides 6 types of freedom to a person. First is right to expression, association, assembly, movement, and profession, and settle in any part of the country. These 6 types of the freedom are provided in our Indian Constitution for the citizens. Okay, similarly Article 20 and Article 22 also provide some relaxation. Suppose in the case of detain, our Constitution provides some relaxation, and in a person who was accused, so they have so many rights, they arrange an advocate for their defense. They have a right to not punish for the same work again and again. Means एक व्यक्ति एक ही काम के लिए 2 बार पनिश नहीं हो सकता. And similarly other rights, they have a protection in the custody. No one can torture a person in the custody. No police officer can torture or arrested person in the cell. So these rights are protected human beings from any torture. Okay, and class, I want to say something about more here. Our Constitution protected. Okay, class, you know our government was imposes so many restrictions time to time on their freedom. Class Article 21E, this is a very important fundamental rights, right to education. Every child have a right to take education according to Article 21, whose age is between 6 to 14 years. A child whose age is between 6 to 14 years have a right to take the education. This was a new thing which come in added in our constitution, like 21A, 21B, 21C, 21D. Every person have a right to live in a peaceful environment. Every person have a right to live in a pollution-free environment. So many rights all are added, like 21, 20B, 21C, 21D. So our Supreme Court also elaborate this right to freedom under the Article 21. So many new things were added according to Supreme Court, 21A, 21B, 21C, 21D. So with the time, new things were added, like right to life is possible when the person have a right to work. If a person have a right to work, they have also the right to livelihood, right to health. So many new things are under this right to life. Okay, so right to life is a very broad concept in which right to livelihood, right to work, right to home, right to health. So many things added in this article. Students, now I am going to explain about the next fundamental right, like right against exploitation. Right against exploitation. In this fundamental rights, child labor, bigamy and human trafficking all are abolished in this fundamental right. You know what is child labor? When a child whose age is 14 years or less than 14 years, if this child is working in hazardous job, means ऐसे काम जिससे उसकी हेल्थ को नुकसान हो सकती है, because the finger of students are very thin, so they used in the factory for some work which are doing only by the childrens. So and sometimes this the circumstances of this factory was very bad for the child hands. Okay, so this article, right against exploitation, prohibit the government to anyone, and the constitution also say the right to child labor is not allowed here. Okay, and similarly bigamy, if anyone is taking the work with a person without any payment, this is bigamy, and this is not allowed in our India. If no institution, no one can take the work with another person without any payment. So our constitution arranges the minimum price for a work, like in the Manrega, our government decided the minimum payment, minimum wages for a labor. So no one can take the work with a person without payment. So bigamy is not allowed in our country. Similarly, human trafficking also not allowed in our country. You know what is human trafficking? If a person is purchase and sell another person for the immoral purposes, this is known as human trafficking. Our Indian constitution also abolished and prohibited this type of exploitation. Now come on the fourth fundamental rights. This is right to freedom of religion. Right to freedom of religion. Means these fundamental rights provide the opportunity to everyone to coincide their religion. They have a right to propagate their religion. Every community have a right to establish their religious institutions, and these fundamental rights also provide the relaxation to a person to give the religious due. Okay, this right also provide the relaxation to a person not to involve in the religious function which are organized in our educational institute. So right to freedom of religion is very important fundamental rights, and India is a secular country, and we have lots of people. India is a multi-religious country, multicultural country, multi-linguistic country. So freedom of religion is very important in our country, and it make easy to accommodate the diverse population easily. Okay, class. Now next right is cultural and educational rights. You know, these fundamental rights are very important because India is a diverse country. It has lots of people, diverse community who are living near the forest or under the forest. They have their separate culture, language and script. So culture and educational rights provide to these community to conserve their culture, language and scripts. They have a right to take their education in their mother tongue, etc. So this is very important for our country. Many communities are in the minority, and this provide the belief and language, culture and scripts of these minorities community, basically for the tribal people who are living near the forest. Okay. Now the sixth fundamental right is right to constitutional remedies. Right to constitutional remedies. Class, right to constitutional remedies is very important fundamental rights, because right to constitutional remedies, it means if someone is violated the fundamental rights of another person, so our constitution provide a fundamental right to constitutional remedies to a person. Means a person can go court. A person can go court if their fundamental rights is violated by someone. So this is a important right because it protects the another rights. So right to constitutional remedies is very important because it provides everyone the opportunity to go in the courts and got the relaxation. Okay, class. Now, you know, if someone is violated the fundamental right of someone, so our Supreme Court give the writs to a such person like habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari and cow warranty. These are the writs given to the Supreme Court to a such person or some such institution. for the relaxation of if the fundamental rights are if the fundamental rights are violated, the Supreme Court and High Court give writs to such a person or to the institution for the relaxation of from the violation of fundamental rights. Okay, class. In this next topic is your fundamental duties. You know, class, in the Constitution, in the Part 4A and Article 51A, which explain about the fundamental duties. You know, our Indian Constitution is saying that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institution and national flag and national anthem. It means it is the duty of every person in India to abide by the Constitution, to bound by the Constitution and respect its ideal. Means it is the duty of every person to respect the ideals of the Indian Constitution, the ideals of Indian Constitution, the institutions of the Indian Constitutions and national flag and national anthem. And next fundamental duty, second fundamental duty, it shall be the duty of every citizen to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspire our national struggle of freedom. Means it shall be the duty of every Indian citizen that we respect the noble ideals which inspire us during the freedom struggle. Okay, and the third one is it is the duty of every citizen of India to uphold and respect, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. It is the duty of every Indian to uphold and protect the sovereignty, means sovereignty of India and unity of India and the integrity of India. Unity and integrity of India and sovereignty. So it is the duty of every citizen of India to uphold and protect the sovereignty and unity and integrity of our nations. The fourth fundamental duty is it shall be the duty of every Indian to defend the country and render their national services when called upon to do it. Means this fourth fundamental duty is saying to defend the country. Means it is the responsibility of every Indian to defend their nation and render national services. Means to provide service to the nation when call upon do so. Means जब आपको कहा जाए you provide the service to your nation if call upon, अगर आपको कहा जाए तो इसके लिए भी आपको तैयार रहना चाहिए. And fifth one is to promote the harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people. Means it shall be the duty of every Indian to promote harmony. Okay, to promote harmony. It means भाईचारे की और सौहार्द को हमें बनाना है. To promote harmony and spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India. भारत के लोगों में भाईचारा और सौहार्द को बनाना है. ठीक है. Transcending religious, linguistics and regional or sectional diversity. मीन्स हमें इन जैसे धर्म के आधार पे, भाषा के आधार पे, लिंग्विस्टिक रिलीजन क्षेत्र के आधार पे सेक्शनल जो विविधताएँ हैं उसको मतलब छोड़ करके हमें आपस में या उसको ध्यान कम दे करके हमें आपस की भाईचारा को मजबूत करना है. ठीक है. टू रिनाउंस द प्रैक्टिसेस डेरोगेटरी टू द डिग्निटी ऑफ वुमेन. और ऐसे किसी भी जो है कस्टम्स या ऐसे किसी भी रिवाज को हमें क्या करना है, नहीं अपनाना है, उसका विरोध करना है जो वुमेंस के सम्मान को जो है ठेस पहुंचाए। मीन्स डेरोगेटरी टू द डिग्निटी ऑफ वुमेंस के रेस्पेक्ट को हर्ट करने वाली किसी भी ऐसे प्रैक्टिसेस को हमें बढ़ावा नहीं देना है, उसका विरोध करना है। ऑल ऑफ यू वेलकम